This PowerPoint covers Chapter 8, Global Management. Global business is the buying and selling of goods and services by people from other countries. It also presents its own set of challenges for managers. The impact of global business. Multinational corporations are corporations that own businesses in 2 or more countries. Another way to appreciate the impact of global business is direct foreign investments, which are when a company builds a new business or buys an existing business in a foreign country. Many companies in the United States are owned by other countries. Trade barriers. Trade barriers, government rules are imposed that increase the cost and restrict the number of imported goods. Tariff, direct tax on imported goods. Non-tariff barriers, non-tax methods that increase the cost or reduce the volume of imported goods. Trade agreements. General Agreement on Tariff or Trade, also known as GATT, a worldwide trade agreement that reduces and eliminates tariffs. Limited government subsidies and establish protection for intellectual properties. Worldwide Trade Organization, also known as WTO, the successor to GATT, the only international organization dealing with a global rules of trade between nations. Regional trade zone, area in which tariff and non-tariff barriers on trade between countries are reduced or eliminated. The main function of the World Trade Organization is to ensure that trade flows as smoothly and freely as possible. Importance of free trade is to increase choices, competition, and purchasing power, and thus decrease what people pay for food, clothing, necessities, and luxury. Consistency and adaptation. Global consistency is when a multinational company has offices, manufacturing plants, and distribution facilities in different countries and runs them all using the same rules, guidelines, policies, and procedures. Local adaptation, modifying rules, guidelines, policies, and procedures to adapt to differences in foreign customers, governments, and regulatory agencies. Exporting. Selling domestically produced products to customers in foreign countries. This is when you make the product in your home country, then ship it to a foreign country. The advantages are making companies less dependent on domestic sales and gives companies more control. The disadvantages is the goods are subjected to the trade barriers and the transportation cost will increase the price of the product. Cooperative contracts, an agreement in which a foreign business owner pays a company a fee for the right to conduct that business in his or her country. Licensing, franchise. Advantage to licensing is it allows companies to earn additional profits without investing more money. They can also avoid tariff and non-tariff barriers. The disadvantage is licensors give up control over the quality of the product sold by foreign licensees. Strategic alliance, an agreement in which companies combine key resources, cost, risk, technology, and people. Joint venture, a strategic alliance in which 2 existing companies collaborate to form a third independent company. Joint ventures help companies avoid trade barriers, and that company only bears part of the cost. The downfall is profits have to be shared and merging of cultures can be difficult. Global new ventures. New companies that are founded with an active global strategy and have sales employees and financing in different countries. Finding the best business climate. When deciding to go global, companies try to find countries or regions with promising business climates. Growing market, purchasing power. The relative cost of a standard set of goods and services in different countries. If a company has high and growing levels of purchasing power, they are good choices for attractive global markets. Growth potential of global markets involves analyzing the degree of global competition, which are determined by the number and quality of companies that are already competing in foreign markets. Cultural differences. National cultures, the set of shared values and beliefs that affects the perception, decisions, and behaviors of people from particular countries. After becoming aware of cultural differences, the next step is deciding how to adapt your company to those differences. International assignment, expatriate, someone who lives and works outside of his or her country. Difficulty of adjusting to language, culture, and social differences is the primary reason for expatriate failure in overseas assignments. Why I chose this chapter. It interested me because of how the countries trade their goods with other countries, and how all the laws came about for the trading between our countries. This has been Chapter 8, Global Management by Kimberly Garcia.